Okay, family, I'm back inside today. Ooh, that sharp edge. Let's just move that a little bit. I'm back inside because it's raining today, but I wanted to jump on here pre-eclipse. So we're getting closer and closer to this Ring of Fire eclipse. So we're going to talk about this in terms of Kundalini energy and what Kundalini is doing and what this energy is useful for. Okay, so I already talked about it like a transition point. Okay, Ring of Fire conjures the image of a mother birthing. She's going through the Ring of Fire. This is the point at which it hurts the most. It's the most uncomfortable. It's a burning sensation. And then the baby is born right after that. So the Ring of Fire is a signifier. I don't think that word is correct. But you know what I'm saying? It's like a marker. Significator, I think is the word I'm looking for. So it's saying like this is a transition, this is a portal, this is a passage, this is a gateway, okay? And we've just come through the equinox and the 10-10. So we have this eclipse that begins its own energetic cycle, right? Eclipses are not just the moment, they affect us larger because they are literally like bleeping us through a portal. So in Kundalini understanding and awareness, Kundalini is your life force energy. And if you need more specifics, you can watch other videos, but in short, and as I said before, I think in the first video of this series, the Kundalini is stored at the base of the spine. And then some activities or happenings or experiences cause that Kundalini to rise up. Now, the Kunda translates also as the cave, which to me is also like a void, right? And it is like a portal, right? So it's not like the Kundalini is just like stuffed in there and just waiting for you to use it. It's like, it's the passageway. It coils on its entrance, you could say, but it's connected to the allness, to the void, to the divine feminine principle that is the womb space of creation, the creatrix energy. It's literally like a stargate passage from the allness into physicality. So when that begins to open, and when consciousness begins to travel that wormhole, if you will, and you can think of the spine as that wormhole, like we're literally time traveling through various stages or dimensions of us. And maybe you've had this happen, but you can run into other versions of yourself that are on slightly different timelines from you. In other words, an earlier you, a later you, a simultaneous you, right? Someone who's so much like you, like they could be me, you think. And they're older, or so they've done more, so you're listening, or they're younger and they're listening to you and you're transmitting wisdom, right? You really are interacting. And sometimes it's the same gender version and sometimes it's the other, right? And I'm only recognizing the two because I'm speaking in terms of masculine and feminine. There's only two, and the combination of which is unity. So we can manifest in either version of the unity, right? And of course, there's variations. I don't really call that other genders, though. So this dilation, if you will, this ring of fire, this is signifying that this is a direct portal from the allness, okay? Just like the female portal of creation can be manipulated or taken advantage of or hurt in some way. It's a delicate, though strong portal. So can the allness be affected in the same way. Do you follow? So even though, yes, dark forces could try to utilize or harness this portal for their own gain, The only ones who are susceptible to such are those who are not mastering their own reality, not mastering their subconscious mind, just kind of frogging along, just letting life happen, right? And even if you can't always tell on the outside, because someone can look like they're doing it, but inside they're very intentional and they know, and they're in surrender and they're connected and all of that. So you can't really judge by appearances, though sometimes there are indicators, you know, one or the other, but a slave-free mentality to the system. I have to do this is what's expected of me, like this is what I have to do, I don't have any other way, like these sorts of languaging do point to how empowered a person is or not, right? Empowered just means you taking on more responsibility for the projected reality. That's all that it means. Like, you're not actually responsible for someone else, you're responsible for that portion of you in projected reality. And so as you manage that portion of you, you're taking care of things. You are honoring and you are supporting the creation in such a way that it continues to have evolved expression, right? So the eclipse is like a pulse frequency. It opens, it's pulsing like transition, evolutionary energy. Or if you're completely oblivious and not taking that on, then you can receive the opposite. So just a couple days left to the eclipse, even though we're already in the window. So just my recommendation is just to get like clear on your frequency, like clear where the leaps are that you see yourself taking. Like maybe have a conversation with a future you or a past you, or the now you in the mirror, as I said in one of the other videos, to connect in with where you are, where you see yourself going, and really dial that in, maybe with some mantra to help like tick, 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 strengthen your field for this. Wear whatever power jewelry. I haven't yet finished putting mine on today. I did do a little something to my hair. Sometimes we got to bring out the next level of us so that we can manage this shift. Okay, so tune in. If you're not on my newsletter, go to my website, blissinthehouse.com, and sign up for the newsletter, because I'm starting to put a few out here so you can follow along. I am planning to do a short webinar, well, I don't know how long it will go, pre-eclipse on Saturday, so around 9:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Pacific. I know it might be early for some of you on Saturday, and some of you might be traveling if you're around the location, but if you can just tune in, we're going to tune in to the field of the eclipse that's happening and get into a little bit of sacred space together, so that we can magnify our presence together times 1,000. Because that's what the eclipse does, and some group activity in that way is always so powerful. So I will have a link for that below this video, and it's just going to be a link that you just come to this video and click on the link on Saturday. So I haven't fancied up a webinar sign up thing. I guess I'm behind the times, but if we start doing this more, then I will get that together. So if you have any questions, write them below. You can always send me an email, stasiabliss@gmail.com, and we will see you again soon.